Topic is capacitors and dielectrics. The first topic is capacitance of a conductor. Now the term capacitance is derived from the word capacity, which means to contain something, that is to hold something. So the capacitance of a conductor is a measure of its ability to hold electric charge. Now it is seen that when a charge Q is given to any conductor, its potential rises in the same proportion. The charge given to any conductor rises its potential in the same proportion. Now we remove this sign, we put a constant here, that Q is equal to CV. Now C is Q upon V. The C stands for capacitance of a conductor. The C is capacitance of a conductor. So the capacitance of conductor is defined as the ratio of charge given to the conductor to the potential raised by it. Again I am repeating, capacitance of a conductor is defined as the ratio of charge given to the conductor to the potential raised by it. Now coming to its unit, C is for capacitance, Q is charge. The unit of charge is coulomb and unit of V is potential difference, this is volt. So coulomb per volt is the unit of capacitance. It is also called farad. Coulomb per volt is also called farad. So next derivation is capacitance of an isolated spherical conductor. Now let there be an isolated spherical conductor of radius r, and suppose plus Q charge. Q charge is given to the conductor. So we know that the potential on the surface of the conductor is given by V is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 Q by R. R is the radius and Q is the charge given to the conductor. So its potential on the surface is given in the formula V is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 Q by R. Now we want capacitance. Now capacitance C is equal to Q upon V. Capacitance given by C to Q upon V. Now you know V. So put this value of V here. So thus C becomes C is equal to Q upon, in place of V, Q upon 4 pi epsilon 0 R. So C is equal to 4 pi epsilon 0 R. So we see that the capacitance of a spherical conductor is directly proportional to the radius of the conductor. Done? The next topic is potential energy of a charged conductor. Topic is potential energy of a charged conductor. Let C be the capacitance of a conductor and let V be its potential raised when a charge Q is given to it. Let C be the capacitance of a conductor and let V be the potential raised when a charge Q is given to it. We know that V is equal to Q by C. Just now we are done. V is equal to Q by C. Now, if this conductor is further given a charge dQ, this conductor is further given a charge dQ, so the work done dW is equal to V dQ. If the conductor is given a further charge of dQ, so the work done dW becomes V dQ. Now what is V? Q by C. So this is Q by C dQ. So this is a small work done in giving charge dQ. So total work done, what we do? We integrate it. Therefore, integrating both sides, this becomes W is equal to, now C is constant, I am taking it out, 1 by C Q dQ. Limit is 0 to Q. Now the integration of q dq is q square by 2. You know it. I'm writing it here. W is equal to 1 by c. Integration of q dq is q square by 2 limit q to q. Putting the upper limit and the lower limit, we get W is equal to 1 by 2 q square by c. So this is the work done in giving a charge q to the conductor. Now this work done is stored in the form of its potential energy. So the formula becomes for potential energy, U is equal to half q square c. U is equal to half q square by c. Now in place of q, if I put q to cv, then this becomes half cv square. Another formula for potential energy. Now in place of c, if I write q by v, it becomes half qv. These are different formulas for the potential energy of a charged conductor. Capacitor. A capacitor is an arrangement which can store sufficient quantity of charge, and it consists of a pair of conductors of any shape. It can be of any shape, which are placed close to each other. They are placed close to each other and having equal and opposite charges. These plates, the pair of conductors, they are called the plates of the capacitor. Expression for capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor. Let X and Y be the two plain metallic plates. These X and Y, they are two plain metallic plates, each having area of cross section a meter square. The area of cross section of the two plates is a meter square, and D, the distance between the plates. This D, this is the distance between the plates. And let our dielectric constant K is completely filled into the plates. Suppose any medium is filled in the plates whose dielectric constant is K. If with the help of any source the plate X is given plus Q charge, then by induction minus Q charge appears on the inner surface of this plate Y and plus Q on its outer surface. Now as plate Y is connected to the earth, this plus Q flows to the earth. This plus Q flows to the earth. Thus the two plates of the capacitor have equal and opposite charges. Now we know that intensity of electric field in between the two plates is given by E is equal to sigma upon epsilon 0 K, where the sigma is known as surface charge density. The sigma is surface charge density and it is equal to sigma is given by Q by A. It is called surface charge density. So E becomes E is equal to Q upon epsilon 0 AK. E is equal to Q upon epsilon 0 AK. The sigma is surface charge density. Right? V is the potential difference between the two plates. V is the potential difference between the two plates. Then V is equal to ED. Put the value of E here. This is Q D epsilon 0 AK. So this is your potential difference between the two plates. Now we want capacitance of the parallel plate capacitor. Now C is given by C is equal to Q upon V. Put this value of V here. This is Q upon QD epsilon 0 AK. This, therefore C is equal to epsilon 0 AK by D. C is equal to epsilon 0 AK by D. Thus we see that from this formula the capacitance of the parallel plate capacitor is directly proportional to the area of the plates. See, it is epsilon 0 AK by D, so it is directly proportional to the area of the plates. More is the area of the plates, more is the capacitance. The capacitance is directly proportional to the area of the plates. Second, we see that it is inversely proportional to the distance between the plates. The capacitance is inversely proportional to the distance between the plates. Next, capacitance also depends on the medium which is filled in between the plates. That is, it is directly proportional to the dielectric constant of the medium which is filled in between the plates. Now, if there is vacuum or air in between the plates, that is, there is no medium which is filled in between the plates, then for air or vacuum, K is almost equal to 1. Capacitance becomes epsilon 0 A by D. That is, for air or vacuum, the value of K is 1. So put the value of K 1, so this becomes C0 epsilon 0 A by D. This is the value, the formula for capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor in which there is no medium filled in between the plates.